What if I just do that?
Play whatever.
How long is the clip gonna be? Like if
It'll be very short, but.
Tail, can you help me with my vlog?
Yo, what up MTV? Come in. Yo, welcome to my crib. I just wanted to show you guys a little bit of my space, how I live, and how I work it.
No.
Oh, come on.
No,
That was a good one. Oh.
No.
Tail, come on. Okay, so obviously that didn't work, but yeah, so this episode I just really wanted to focus on my room, the stuff that I have in it, and how it represents my personality. I did actually realize at one stage, actually on Friday, I had a few friends over, and they're going through my stuff, and I actually didn't notice some of it's a bit out there, but it all has a purpose, it all has a place. So let's just check it out and have a look. By the way, oh god, this is my baby boy. Well, one of my babies, Jamie, little fur baby. I love my cats. As you can see, he's on the shirt. I actually got this printed of him. Yeah, let's start going through my stuff. So yeah, I don't actually know really how to structure this one. I guess maybe we'll just work clockwise around the room. Yeah, and then that way you get a bit of a mix of boring stuff and interesting stuff. I guess obviously it's my bedroom, so I have a bed. It's a nice bed, I guess. I get to rest. I don't know what else I would do in the bed, but yeah, I have a bed. Next interesting piece of room decor, the lion poster. Yeah, the lion poster. It's the first thing I see when I wake up. My eyes would be closed. Open my eyes, in periphery is the lion poster. I guess I could say it's a symbol of inspiration that I am the king of the jungle and ready to tackle the day. I don't know. I just really like it. I like lions. Lions are dope. But I just like cats in general. I have a clock. I actually have two clocks in my room. I'll show you the second one later. But I'm pretty late to everything. But I figured if I have at least the time shown to me in all spaces of this room, I should be able to manage it. No, I don't know. I bought one clock, thought that one wasn't working. Then I bought this clock, and this one worked fine. And then I actually went back and looked at why the clock wasn't working, and turns out I put dead batteries into it. So yeah, not my smartest move, but at least I have two clocks now. Then I've got a birthday present from my sister, Kamari. This is I think it's a unicorn, but it's also a zebra maybe. It's a beautiful piece of artwork, kind of psychedelic, I guess. And yeah, the Guava Island poster. I liked the movie, but in reality I just didn't have any posters at the time and felt like putting a poster up. I feel like my walls are pretty bare, so that's the first quarter of the room, I guess.
Yeah, so this is my little bedside table. As you can see, I've just got my air conditioning remote, TV remote, PlayStation remote, coaster, and some tissues if I need to blow my nose late at night. And a lamp. This lamp is actually really cool. I like having that lamp because I can actually activate it with my phone. And the other cool thing is that I can set it up on a timer so that when I wake up in the morning, say if I try to get up at 5 a.m, it's very unlikely I'll get up, but these lights will turn on, fade on over the half an hour, so it's more likely that I'll get up, but in reality I end up just getting worse sleep because the lights are on. You tell me which one's worse. Moving along, there's a little bin where I'll put my rubbish or my nose-blown tissues. So, yeah, coming over to the office corner of my room, there's, as you can see, there's 4 screens. I don't really use the iPad too much anymore, but yeah, my typical work setup will be having a MacBook with my separate monitor there. That's for like filmy stuff or anything creative, or if I'm doing like just Word documents, And then there's the work laptop with just a HDMI extra monitor as well. As you can see, I put my hats on there, but I remove them when I am working. And never forget that learning is fun. Yeah, so when I started working at my current position, I was given a computer with 2 monitors. This is the first time I'd ever had 2 monitors in my life. And then ever since then, I was like, wow, I can't go back to a single monitor setup. Obviously, the laptop is a separate case, but that's when I got the iPad. And I just always need to have at least 2 screens worth of information shown to me at any time for me to maximize my workflow efficiency. Sounds real nerdy, but like that is just the way I think, and that's why my office space is a little bit over the top and a little ridiculous. I do like to keep some books, but whatever my current read is at the time. So there's one of them, Nothing You Don't Already Know. It shows you some very wholesome quotes and then gives you a little write-up on it. I do like to start my day that way. And this one, Never Get Angry Again, just a way to control your temper. And yeah, never get angry again. Moving over onto this side, this is where I'll just keep just miscellaneous items that I just need while I'm working. So yep, this is the office space. That's it there. And yeah, if I was ever just working along and yeah, there was just an intruder coming from the door, I do have the option to just reach under my desk and grab out my sword. Had a bit of an affinity with martial arts. I'd say maybe sometime around 2015. I just started self-teaching, I guess. I was just reading books. But yeah, I just really got into like just medieval stuff. I'd probably say it comes from my like RuneScape days. But yeah, so I bought a wooden sword and trained with my little brother. I'd say training was more me just hitting him and him learning how to defend, and then when he learned how to defend, I'd hit him harder, I guess. I also did get a bow staff, like a full-on staff. He got one too, and then my older brother got one, and then we all started doing like staff dancing or whatever. None of it was legit at all, but it's just cool to have these little knickknacks here and there. And then yeah, if I ever have an intruder come through, I've got very amateurish skills that I learnt either via YouTube videos or in a book. That might not be that legit, but nonetheless, I'm safe from any intruders. So don't try and break into my house. So yeah, I'd probably say this is one of my favorite features of my room. It's a little storage, I think it's like a blanket box or something, I don't know what you'd call it. But it just adds additional seating. I am one for inviting my friends over and including them in my space, and also having a collaborative environment. Just, you know, at the end of the day, I just like hanging out with people. And so you obviously need more seating. You don't want people sitting on the ground and stuff. I can currently fit, yes, maybe say 2 people on the bed comfortably, and then 1 person at my desk, and then 2, maybe 3 extra people on this little thing. I'd probably say 2 comfortably. Yeah, this is actually something that I definitely don't want to lose in having a bedroom. In my bedroom? I don't know. I just know it's like real annoying when you hang out at someone's place and you go to their bedroom and you're like hanging out. You don't really know where to sit. You're just kind of like, do I sit on the bed, or are they kind of weird about not clean clothes on the bed, or half the time people don't actually have a desk or a seat or anything. Normally it's just a bed, and so when you hang out in their room, you're just sitting there being like, where do I sit? It's a very long way of saying I just like having a couch in my room. I've got this little guitar here. I started playing guitar again. Well, I first started playing in grade 5, played it for about 6 months. Then I stopped because my little brother ended up becoming a musical genius, and I just live in his shadows. But last year I started picking up the guitar again. Now it's on display. I figured if it's in a case, I'm not going to play it. If it's on display, I'll be likely to pick it up and try and play every once in a while. And I do. But mostly whenever my little brother comes around, Ruan, whenever he comes around, he just picks it up, starts playing a riff, and I really enjoy it. I'll actually just play you a little clip right now.
this is the couch corner, I guess. More of a loungy area. Okay, cool. So now moving on to my shelving. So more of the interesting parts. So yeah, cool. These are my shelves. I'll first do the lower levels, and then we'll move up to the higher levels. Over there, starting left to right, I guess. Lots of textbooks. I collect textbooks. I think half of them aren't necessarily worth the money, but for some of them, they are. I draw on a lot of the information from my engineering textbooks for obviously engineering, so I just I hoard them. I keep a lot of textbooks. It's something my mum does, and unfortunately, it's something I do too. But it also makes you look smart by just having like a bookshelf of books. So these ones are the ones that are part of my course curriculum at UQ. They're the only textbooks on this whole shelf that I actually need. These are textbooks I've just somehow collected over the years. A lot of maths and calculus because of mum. Then there's some outdated textbooks from QUT. There are also just, for some reason, a heap of psychology books. Spare towels. You never know when you're going to need a clean towel. Whenever I'm ducking out, going to the gym, going to yoga, going to the beach, going to someone's pool, I need a shower outside of my house for some reason. Half the time whenever I put my dirty towel into the laundry, I always forget to replace it because I do it at the end of the shower. And then I end up finding myself just butt naked wet and scurrying through the house to go get a towel. And I live upstairs, so I have to go all the way downstairs naked and hope to God no one's in the path. And I still sometimes do that. As you can see, I also put my most commonly worn shoes just out here. I do have a walk-in drawer where I keep most of my shoes, but I always wear my Birks inside and out. I wear them in the kitchen because half the time I might drop like onions or something and be like, ah, shit. And then I clean it up, but there's onion juice, and I don't like juice on my feet. Yeah, I also got like my Eevee slips, which I like to, they don't actually fit that well, but they're so comfy. So comfy. But yeah, I like to keep them here. They'll come in very handy for winter. A textbook on project management. I actually would like to read that, but I don't think I will. But then there's also Composite Materials. This is a book that I actually borrowed from my supervisor at work, my boss. I do plan on giving it back at some point. Some novels that I started reading, and a drawing book. Oh yeah, so I actually wanted to start drawing, and I got a little book for it. I've opened it twice. No, it's actually a pretty good book. I should probably get into it, but drawing's not really at the top of my learning list right now. I also have this really nice poetry. Yeah, nice little poems. I like poetry. It's really nice. It's probably my favorite form of literature. Just paints an image with minimal words. I'm not very good at it myself, but I do really enjoy it. But now it comes to the most important shelf, I'd say, in my entire room. It's my snack shelf. So there's a lot of pancakes. I actually got this pancake mix when I had a few friends over, and we were supposed to make pancakes for breakfast, but we didn't. But then up and goes. I have 2 up and goes a day, without fail. I don't know if that's good for me or not, but I've been doing it since high school. So whatever. Tucked in the back are just some spare water bottles from when we go to Splendor Falls. Just miscellaneous leftover snacks. I do also have like protein bars if I want to keep it healthy. There's some, whenever Stan, my mate, goes to any country, he always somehow comes back with matcha flavored stuff. So I got matcha flavored Kit Kats. Obviously, because they're still here, I don't eat them. Thank you, Stanley, but yeah, keep giving them to me, and I'll keep trying to feed them to other people. This is like my more useful shelf. It's got like an umbrella in there, some tools that I use for work sometimes. There's Mortein, Mortein, kill bugs. I always need that. I'm so scared of cockroaches. Really annoyed at flies. Hate spiders. There's always wasps around here. So I've got 3 cans of Mortein at all times. A little drill bit in case I need to drill stuff. Ooh, a nice lint roller. Always got to have one of those. an unopened thing of gum, and a tape measure to measure my biceps. Got a candle shelf. Normally these are scented candles, so normally it's to make my room smell better. Not that my room stinks, but there are sometimes interesting smells. I normally like to burn incense, but I, for some reason, lost my incense holder. I don't really have it anymore. It also comes in really handy if there's, say, a blackout, or I blow all the light bulbs and couldn't be bothered replacing them in a timely fashion. As you can see, hanging here is a ukulele. For some reason, I have 3 ukuleles in my room. This one is my travel uke. I actually brought it in from my car just to make it look a little bit more like, hey, he's got crazy stuff. But yeah, this one is my travel uke. It's very cheap. It's got a shape of a shark. I like teal. It's also terrible. It's out of tune every, say, 20 minutes. You tune it, and 20 minutes later it's out. But yeah, so there's that. Tucked in behind the uke is just something I did for work. Preparing some machining things. I'll go into this in another episode maybe. And then bongos. I bought these because I'm making a band with my friends, and it's called Tweed. At the moment, I think it's a working name for now. I don't know. We haven't had a full band discussion about it. I think this is a nice time to bring it up. I'm not happy with the name. I think we should change it. So these 2 shelves. This one is mostly my glasses. Got my ID in there, swipe card access. This is mostly stuff that I just like change on the fly for like certain events, I guess. There is actually a really cool little present that I got recently, which is a foldable instruments microscope. I think you attach it to your phone and that acts as a microscope. I love nerdy tech like that, so I'm going to try it out and maybe use some of that footage somewhere. This is the lineup of the books that I have either read or I'm currently reading. One thing I will say about that is that all of them I'm currently reading because I get interested in them for like 10 to 20 pages, and then I kind of just move on to the next book for some reason. I have a real short attention span when it comes to reading books. I also noticed I don't really like to read novels too much. I like self-development, self-motivational, things about me. I love myself. I just like books that look at changing your perspective and improving your life and just making yourself a more efficient being, and also more caring and more loving and all that stuff.
This is one that can't really be done while we're on this camera, but I'm gonna talk about it on that camera, and then I'm gonna film it on my phone. So this is my camera shelf, or my photography, filmography, whatever you want to call it. This is my shelf where I have all my camera equipment. For most of my videos, I actually just use my iPhone. I'll just have it on this little pocketable tripod thing that I can snap into a card shape and put it into my wallet. So I'll use that for most of the video, but I normally use my DSLR when I want to get like creative shots, play around with the focus, work with different lighting. Yeah, just get cut out. I'm not going to talk about that. Then working our way around again. TV. Obviously you need to have a TV. Everyone needs to have a TV. I got my Nintendo Switch and a bunch of games there. I love my Switch. I love my gaming. I don't have enough time for it though, but I still love it. I like to store my hats in the corner of screens because I'm special like that. Oh shit. So there's my second clock so I can see it from my bed. But normally I had it hanging up there on this little hook. But yeah, it didn't hold and it just fell. Alright, so coming back around to this wall, it is the northern wall. I actually don't know, but it's this wall, the one we started on with the line poster. I've got this cool little standing lamp, again, another Wi-Fi light bulb. I really don't fuck with switches anymore.
I don't know what I'm saying. I've got a Uniqlo sign. I love Uniqlo. I shop there. Then I got my ukulele. I started playing it a little bit, but again, same with the guitar. My little brother is the musical genius, and I'm just the guy who likes to learn things. This bad boy here is a bow and arrow. Well, a bow, and I've got the arrows hidden away. And this is how you assemble a recurve. I don't know if you could call it a long bow, but it's a recurve bow. Mr. Sandman! Yeah, got this bow. Don't really use it too much, but it's a cool piece of kit. I do have arrows, and I do like to go shooting it, but I don't think that's really allowed in the city. Although we went out to Bin Bin one weekend, that was pretty cool. Got to use the bow. I only shot it like 4 times, but gnarly nonetheless. Well, this is my rainbow umbrella, my brolly boy. Yeah, so just tucked in around the corner here is my skateboard. Bought this bad boy pretty cheap from the, don't actually remember, but it's got someone else's friends printed onto it, which I think is quite unique. It looks like I do a lot of tricks, like slide tricks and stuff, but it's just a used board. I wouldn't say I'm an avid skater. I wouldn't even call myself a skater at this point, because I haven't actually been on the board in 2020 yet, but still cool, gnarly, bro. Yeah. We on that top shelf shit. Cool. Yeah, so this is where I'll typically keep all my little knickknacks and gifts or travel souvenirs or whatever that isn't too useful. An example would be like this little bobblehead. I wouldn't carry that around with me all the time, but it is a cool little feature to have. It's just this little man. I got this little crazy thing. I don't even know why I bought this, but this thing is what nightmares are made of. Definitely wouldn't recommend eating anything that is up there on that shelf. One other thing I will mention is that I do like to keep a relatively large, flat, open space in my room. Main reason I like to have like a large space is so I could do some yoga or stretch out whenever I need to. I like having space. I think most people do. So yeah, that's just a little peek into my room. You guys got to check it out. Actually, yeah, so one thing I did actually forget to mention about this video was I wanted to showcase my space. I've been doing some rental applications and actually got approved for a new house. I'm going to be moving closer to the city. At the moment I'm living on the northern edge of Brisbane, and it is an hour traffic to my work/uni. And also Uber rides home cost me like upwards of $50 every time. No one else lives up on the north side, so I actually rarely get to use this space because I'm rarely ever home. But I'll be moving close to the city with 2 of my best friends. Love you guys. And yeah, well, for the next 2 weeks I'll be using this space a little bit, but after that I will be trying to replicate this space at the new house. But yeah, this is a peek into the life of Sami Joseph, my personal home space, my bedroom. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. By the way, this is my other little kitty. His name is Kovu, after the Lion King, Scar's son, who you'd assume to be a bad guy, but he was actually a good guy in the end. I don't have any shirts of Kovu, unfortunately, but I did receive this little image, painting of him. He's beautiful. I love him. Definitely gonna miss my cats when I move out. But yeah, thanks for coming, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you guys in the next video.
Nice.